Hey there, YouTube family. Dr. K here. Welcome back to my channel, Winning in Education. As you know, on this channel, we talk all things winning. So whatever that may mean to you, whether you're new to the education game, you're trying to move up from the classroom to become a teacher leader or a principal, or perhaps winning in education could mean that you are leaving the education game behind for good. You're done. We talk all of that on this channel. So welcome back if you are a subscriber, and if you're new, welcome. So today I thought I'd do something a little bit differently. I've been talking a lot recently about some of the issues with K-12 education, of course talking about why we have so many teachers leaving the profession. And I got a question from a subscriber, and she wanted to know, should she talk to her daughter about not becoming a teacher? So should she talk her daughter out of becoming a teacher? Is it still viable to go into the K and 12 education system? Now, to be truthful, that's a tough question because there are pros and cons, and that will vary for each person. But we've covered the cons so much on this channel. Today, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to talk to you about what I feel like are the four pros of becoming a teacher, even in this crazy teaching atmosphere that we find ourselves in. We know there's some issues going on. I still think I found four pros that I believe will make the K-12 or even higher ed education system still viable. So let's jump into it. Pro number one for me is job security. All right, say what you will about teaching. You can talk about the teaching pay, and we can talk about the problems with teaching, the issues that are going on, and we've covered all of those here on this channel. The profession itself is stable. There's always a need for teachers, so you can always find a job. So even during COVID, when many professions were laying off left and right, people were losing their jobs, they couldn't afford to put food on the table or even pay their rent or mortgage, teachers had a job. Now, I hear you, here's the caveat, there were not jobs everywhere, right? So if you are probably not in a big city, you may not have had plentiful jobs. But if you're in an area where there's a big district and there's a big need, we know there were jobs available. So you may not have found your desired grade, or you may not have been able to find your desired district or even town or state. But if you were a teacher, certified, and you needed a job, you could find a job. If you were flexible, you could find a job and you would be able to put food on the table for you and your family. So I think job security is pro number one. Okay, so keeping in that same vein, job security is number one. Career outlook is pro number two, career outlook. So the Bureau for Labor Statistics consistently ranks the teaching profession as highly viable. So what does that mean? There is always going to be a job available, particularly now and in the future. So similar to the job security, the possibility that you will have a job in the future is extremely high. And why is that? Well, we know because of attrition, right? We have teachers who are retiring, many teachers are retiring, and many teachers are quitting the profession. So there is a job opening somewhere right now. But in addition to that attrition, there's also what we don't really talk about. The number of students enrolling in K-12 education increases yearly across the nation. So we have more students enrolling in public education, which means we're going to have more classrooms that need a highly qualified teacher. So now and in the future. So the career outlook for the profession is extremely high. So that's number two. Okay. Number three, I'm not sure you've thought about number three, but I think number three is very important, and that is transferable skills. Now, I know we're talking about the pros of becoming a teacher, but as a teacher, you acquire great transferable skills in case you ever want to leave the profession. So any and all of the skills you have acquired in the course of your teaching career would benefit you in your next career, particularly in corporate America. And I'm just going to pull out three. There are tons, but the three that really stand out to me are your instructing and presenting skill. That's number one. Teachers, we are always instructing and presenting, standing up in front of people, presenting, standing up in front of our students, presenting information. And we probably think this skill is just, what people do, right? This is a skill that is unique to teachers. We master that instructing and presenting skill. And many jobs are highly looking for people like you. That's a highly valuable skill. So it's a highly sought after skill. Instructing, knowing how to instruct information and present information in a clear and concise manner. So the second transferable skill that I think is highly valuable, and again, I work in higher ed, I work with students and I'm preparing them for the workforce. I hear what the employers are saying. So communication skills. This is a transferable skills that teachers have in spades. We are great communicators, whether it's verbal communication, because again, we're standing up and we're talking, we're doing our dance up in front of the classroom all day, or it's written communication. We can take information and convey it in a clear and concise manner. This is a highly sought after skill in corporate America, any company you're going to go to. So it's something that we teachers are good at. And then finally, I know people don't think about this, but again, I hear this from my employer side when they're looking to recruit my students, collaboration skills. This is a highly transferable and highly sought after skill that many companies are looking for. And we teachers, we can do this with our eyes closed, right? We're always working in grade level teams. We're on committees. We're working with the parent PTA teams. We're working in different team levels. So I'm working with principals. I'm working with my colleagues. I'm working with students. And we're able to collaborate across the board. And I know you think this is probably just a skill that people do, but this is a skill that teachers master. And any company would be lucky to get teachers because we have these collaboration skills in spades. Okay, so that was pro number 3. We have great transferable skills that many companies are looking for. So, we can always find a job if we have to. But number 4 is my favorite. The number 4 pro for me is school breaks. Lots and lots of breaks. Okay, so we know districts have scheduled breaks, right? We have the long summer break, but we also have Christmas break and Easter break and spring break. We have breaks throughout our working schedule. Now, if you're anything like me and you love to travel, like I do, you will live for school breaks. For me, it's my number 1 pro that keeps me in the education game. There are many times where I'm lamenting about pay and I'm always thinking about going back into corporate America because I could obviously double my salary, right? But when I think about I will only get off 2 weeks or maybe 3 weeks a year, that is a tough sell. So, prime example. Tomorrow is the start of my spring break, and I am going on a 5-day, 4-night cruise. I leave tomorrow, going to the Caribbean for a cruise. Why? Because I'm off for a week, and why not, right? So I love to travel, and this just makes sense for me to stay myself here in education because we have so many breaks. Now, the key to utilizing these breaks effectively is to actually not work. And that's hard for some of you. It's not hard for me. I can unplug and be done with it. I am not a worker when I'm on break. I may take something, to read. I might have to read this article, or, I might want to do a little something that's not going to take a half an hour out today. I embrace my breaks for mental health reasons, and you should too. So that is the key. When you are on break. So no, you will not catch me checking my email or responding to emails. I already have my away message up. My bosses already know when I travel and when I break, I break. So they are already prepared and trained accordingly for that. So I often jokingly say that I love my education job, especially during the summer and especially during Christmas and spring breaks. But it's not a joke. I really love to travel, and this particular career with the breaks works for me. Okay, so that's it for now, guys. That's my rant. Those are my top 4 pros to still becoming a teacher, even in these terrible times of the teaching profession. You can still find some viable pros. I gave you 4, but what did I miss? Maybe you have other pros, or maybe you have some different spin on some of the things that I've said here. Please write your comments below. I'm enjoying responding to the comments and all of the activity that's happening in the community, and we're building a community. I'm very excited about it. So, do you have different pros? I would like to hear it. All right, guys, that is it for now. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you after my spring break, after I come back from my cruise. Take care, guys. That's it for now. Bye.